Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Stephanie and I just graduated college. I graduated from Eastern Illinois University with my Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, and I was in the pre-physician assistant track. And thank you for visiting my channel if this is your first time watching my videos. I usually do vlogs. I did college vlogs, but now I'm not an undergrad anymore. I wanted to speak to you guys about my experience as a pre-PA student in college and the reason why I didn't get into PA school my first cycle. So I want to explain to you guys my stats and what I'm doing now to become a better PA school candidate and of course to better myself. So I wrote down some of the information about what my stats were. So I just applied this past cycle. So excuse the lawnmower in the background, and also please forgive me for my cat that's constantly meowing. Sorry guys, it's my cat Mina. So I just want to explain to you guys how I found out about the pre-PA, or I should say the PA profession, and that was back in high school. I was volunteering at my local hospital, and I remember I saw a girl that was from Loyola University, and she was a pre-PA student, and she told me about it, and I was like, oh, I don't know what that is, but that's always been back in my mind. So when I entered college, I was a pre-med student, and after that I changed to biology with a teaching licensure, and then I think within a semester I just changed it to biology with a pre-PA track. And so I think that happened maybe at the end of my freshman year, and I did some research about it, but I didn't realize how much I had to do to prepare to apply to PA school, because you basically have to have a career in healthcare beforehand, or you can do like volunteering, really hands-on volunteering before that, but I didn't really think about that. And I was more so focused on getting my prerequisites, of course, and also the recommended classes like child psychology and medical terminology and nutrition, things like that. And so that's what my main focus was, and I probably should have thought about this beforehand, but I didn't. So when I applied last cycle, which I guess it's the 2019 cycle, to get into summer 2020, I was not a very strong applicant, I should say that first. Hopefully with what you guys hear about my story, you guys can use that and help you become a better PA applicant. And if you have like similar stats, like it's not the end of the world. Like you could probably get in because no one's the same, you know? So when I applied, I had 400 patient care experience. So my patient care experience was being a camp counselor and aide for a special recreation camp. So I was a camp counselor for children, adults, and teens with disabilities. And so I did that for 3 summers. So I believe I racked up around 400 hours of patient care experience. And I also was a Spanish interpreter for this local medical school. I did that for not that long because I was only back at home for the summers and I was usually busy. So I think maybe it was like less than 20 hours doing the Spanish interpreter thing. And you know, some schools, sometimes they take that into account as patient care experience and sometimes they don't. It's just kind of on the fence with that. So I had around 400 patient care medium level hours, and then my GPA, guys, it wasn't as strong. And I know there are other PA students that I've researched that has lower GPAs, so don't feel as if just because you have a low GPA you're like done for, like it's not a career for you, because it is. If you keep trying and trying, like it's going to be a career for you. So when I applied, my GPA was a 3.21, I believe, and my GRE, guys, I did not study for it. I maybe studied for like a week and a half. I bought it maybe 2 years before I took the GRE, and I only opened it a couple times because I was like, oh, like I'll just find some time for it here and there. I always thought that I would find some type of time for it, and I ended up not making time for it. And so my GRE score in total was a 292. So I think like for the reading and I forgot what the other one was, like mathematics, I don't know, for those two sections, I think on both of them, like I got like about the 30th percentile. So I did not do really good on it, and plus I did not really take a lot of my mathematics courses by then. So of course I just did not study. I did not refresh my mind on vocabulary and things like that, and I believe I got a 2.5 on the writing, so I was not really good. So yeah, I also did not have any PA shadowing at that moment, so that was not looking good for me. Some schools require it, some schools recommend it. It just depends on what you find in your research. And then I had 3 letters of recommendations. My first one was from my first anatomy and physiology professor. He's also a chiropractor, so he wrote a letter of recommendation for me. And then the next one was my second anatomy and physiology professor for AMP2. And then my third person was my nursing assistant instructor, and she wrote a letter of recommendation for me for PA school. So at that point I did not have a lot of, like, I guess a good solid foundation with patient care experience. I do want to add, I did volunteer as a teaching lab assistant for ANP1, so I did do that. It was fun for me. I love teaching. I don't know. I just love, like, I don't know, guys. It was a really fun experience. It was really, really rewarding because I get to help people. So that's what I applied with. I only applied to 2 schools, guys, and both of them rejected me. One of the schools actually recommended me to apply to their biomedical master's degree to help me, get into PA school the next cycle. But I decided not to do that. So what am I doing now? So after that, after I applied to PA school, I decided to take a clinical rotations course at my school. And basically I had to shadow and volunteer at my local emergency department at the hospital nearby my school. And the really cool thing about this hospital and where I went to school, it's like rural, so it was rural health. So that was really interesting to see the different comparisons between metropolitan city health, whereas there's rural health. So that was really cool to see. I shadowed doctors, nurse practitioners, nurses, ER techs. So it was really amazing. I got to look at different cases. If I found a case that was really interesting, I researched the diagnoses, and I researched what the treatments were, what are the common symptoms, how is it diagnosed. And so the next class I would just present that to my class. And so it was really cool, and I got to learn from my peers about different cool, other diagnoses that happen. So that was really cool. So then, of course, the other thing that I'm doing is to try to get more patient care hours. And so I just recently got a job as a medical scribe. So the really cool thing about this medical scribe position is that I get to work hand in hand with a medical provider and it's just like one-on-one. So, oh my god, excuse me, guys. The cool thing about this medical scribe position is that I get to work with one medical provider. I'm just like their medical scribe. So it's really awesome. They have like a doctor, NP, and a PA. So hopefully they place me with the PA, because that'll be great. And they have like a lot of cool resources, like a medical school dean that could help me, prepare myself for PA school, and just provide the great resources that is needed for medical and PA and P schools. They also provide tuition waivers, so that's awesome. So that's when I'm starting soon. And then in the fall, I'm going to start a master's program in nutrition and human performance. GPA that I finished my bachelor's degree in was a 3.38, so I did go up, so thankfully. I know that's not very competitive compared to the average GPA that I've seen with different PA programs. Are mostly like above 3.5, and so I knew that I wanted to become a better candidate, and also to learn about more stuff. I love learning. I plan on starting a master's of nutrition and human performance, because I get to learn about the nutrition aspect on how to prevent different diseases. Nutrition goes really hand in hand with your health. So I thought that would be really awesome to know, one, for myself, but also for future patients if they have any questions regarding, nutrition. Because usually in the medical field you do take some sort of nutrition course, but it's a short course, and so I wanted to become a well-rounded applicant. So that's what I'm doing. Very excited. I took a nutrition course this past semester and I completely loved it. I mean, it was mostly a lot of biology and biochemistry and like really awesome information. There was some microbiology information in there too, so I thought it was really cool. So that's what I'm going to do. And then last thing that I'm doing to try to set myself apart is to learn a new language. So I told you in the past that I tried learning Hindi and that did not really go well. I kind of gave up. But what I'm doing right now is that I'm trying to learn. Huge word is trying. I'm trying to learn Mandarin because, one, I love the culture and it's just really awesome to communicate with a lot of people in that language, and two, because if there are any language barriers in the future with future patients, I can help them out. I can help them, make them feel comfortable. Even if I just know basic Mandarin, I think that will be awesome. So that's what I'm doing, and hopefully in 2 years you'll see another video of mine, hopefully me being accepted into PA school and starting in the summer. So if you guys have any questions, comment down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe also if you're interested in seeing more information about me, and maybe I'll start vlogging a little bit more about how it is to work as a medical scribe and what I'm learning. So thank you so much for watching my video, and yeah, so be safe, guys, during this pandemic. I know a lot of states are doing different things, but please be safe and stay home whenever you can to protect the people. Oh, there's Nino. You guys saw him. So thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully I see you guys next time when I post. Thank you. Bye.